Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. I am Random Ross and today I am reviewing Don't Worry Darling. So this is a psychological sci-fi thriller, but I like to put in some, I would definitely consider them some horror moments in there. I definitely say it qualifies as horror given the the unsettling nature of this film. So it's written by Carrie Van Dyke and Shane Van Dyke, Dick Van Dyke's grandkids. Well, I know Shane is, and Katie Silberman, and directed by Olivia Wilde. Yeah, that Olivia Wilde. And it stars Florence Pugh, Harry Styles, and Olivia Wilde with Gemma Chan, Kiki Ling, Nick Kroll, and Chris Pine. So this focuses on a young couple named Alice and Jack, Styles and Pugh, where they're a happy couple living in the 1950s in a suburban neighbourhood in California, and all the ladies do is, be the housewives. They, stay there, live in luxury and that, whilst the guys go to work. But then, of course, Alice gets, the feeling that something's not right after one woman in the neighbourhood starts to act strangely and ask questions and all that stuff. And the whole community looks up to, like, the boss of who employs all the men, played by Chris Pine, called Frank, and then there's his wife played by Gemma Chan. And eventually, Alice gets the suspicion that something isn't right, and where are they? What is going on beyond these, beyond the walls, beyond the desert and all that? What is it going on? So that is the essential story there, and what I can tell you without giving spoilers away. So I'll try and keep this spoiler free as possible, but I will warn you now, I might accidentally slip out some spoilers, so just a little warning there. So, what did I like about this? Well, I liked our cast in it. I mean, the girlfriend, she wanted to see it for Harry Styles, I thought that was fine, then I'm watching it for Florence Pugh. And they were both great in this, particularly Florence Pugh. In fact, she was more of the lead in this. Harry Styles was definitely a co-star, and he featured in it, playing, and he was British in it, he didn't put on an American accent. I watched it for the sister of Black Widow, the brother of Thanos, together, because that's who they both play in the MCU, Yelena and Eros. Also, what's her name from Eternals? She were in it too, obviously. And then we got Captain Kirk, Chris Pine. So I liked the soundtrack to this, good 50s music, and I liked the style, the 50s setting, and I liked Florence Pugh in this. She was beautiful as always, and she did a great performance in her character and that. And Harry Styles was a good co-star, and we had a good supporting cast. Olivia Wilde, I believe this is her second directorial feature. I think before that, the film that I know she directed was Booksmart, which is a teen comedy. So yeah, I thought she did okay at directing this, as well as co-starring, and her character was interesting as well. And again, you get the suspicion that her character may be hiding something. Of course, in the end, there's a big twist on there, and basically, I didn't like how predictable this film was. I thought, just as I suspected, it's because I definitely got Black Mirror vibes from the trailers. I don't know if any of you lot did, but it gave me Black Mirror vibes, and how right I was in assuming that, because there is the twist where it does look like it's something from Black Mirror, which again, it did remind me of that episode of, well, no, it made me think of that episode of Black Mirror a lot, which starred Bryce Dallas Howard and Alice Eve. I can't remember the episode's name now, and it reminded me of other tropes in Black Mirror that we've seen before, and also again the whole plot and everything, the story in that, it was quite predictable, and basically in the final act it's all revealed what happens. I mean, it don't make sense at first, but then it all comes together at the end, and yeah, I guess that's where the fault with it comes in, how predictable it can be. I mean, obviously the whole 50s setting and that, with their living a perfect life, I knew would be too good to be true, but yeah, I just thought that was very predictable, and I kind of saw it coming. You know, like beyond the walls thing, stay there here and you'll be safe and all that. So yes, but that's all I can say without giving too much away. So do I recommend this? Yeah, I'd say if you like Black Mirror and you like Harry Styles, Florence Pugh and that cast and everything, check it out, but don't go expecting much originality in there with the whole, like I say, predictability. But it's watchable. Will I see this again anytime soon? Probably not. I'll have to forget the whole thing at first to rewatch again. But it's okay. It's alright. It's got some disturbing moments in there. You know, some gore in there, some violence, some sex scenes, some suicide scenes, some dark, horror-like moments in there. You know, very psychological stuff, you know, going on. So, yeah, what am I going to rate this one? I'll give it 3 stabs. 3 stabs out of 5. It's watchable, it's okay, but like I say, very predictable if you know what's going on and how it ends and what have you. And also it leaves it open, thinking, did she make it to the end? I'd like to think she did, but basically at that point you're not really bothered at that point. But yeah, so 3 stabs out of 5, don't worry darling. So there you go, there's been a Revolting review on that. Have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and share with your friends. I've been Random Russ and this has been a Revolting review on Don't Worry Darling. So until next time, don't have nightmares.